Welcome back to our exclusive first drive of the new Renault Clio. Everyone loves a concept car, and while we don't get to see them driving around every day, if you know where to look, you could spot some of their ideas on production cars. Renault released the Desire concept car a while back, and Clio is the first car to benefit from some of that concept's ideas. I could try explain just how this futuristic bit of eye candy shares its DNA with a mere mortal of a production car, but I thought it best to speak to the guy who's actually in charge of the whole process. Senior Vice President of Corporate Design, Lawrence van den Akker, took a bit of time during the Paris Motor Show to clarify.
Whenever we do a concept car, we try to make a derivative for the production vehicles too. So the best way for me to reinsure that the spirit of the Desire in this case transferred into the new Clio is that I put the cars in the studio face to face, and I put the same design team on both of them. So the same designer designed the Desire as well as the new Clio, and it was the only way to make sure that as much as possible translates into the new car.
Even without parking them together in the same studio, it's pretty easy to see how much the concept and the production reality have in common. I asked the design guru just how he goes about creating a lasting impression in his cars and what else we could look forward to in future projects.
One of the demands that management gave to me when I started 3 years ago is, first of all, make beautiful cars. Second of all, give them a strong face. And I think with the face of the vehicle, with the losange, the diamond, nice in the center, I think that will become a key element for the Renaults to come.
Most people can appreciate a good-looking car, but I wanted to know if design was top of the list when creating a new model, or if other factors like practicality were more important.
I think if you want to sell an emotion, you have a better chance when you have a good design. If you ignore the design, you can still sell the car because the car can still be very good and practical, but you're going to be forced to lower the price until you find a price that's acceptable for the customer. And of course, what we're interested in, we believe that design can give us extra value, and that's the reason why we invest so much time and effort into it.
Of course, making a car that's just pretty will only get you so far. With the planet's general population crying about recycling and being more mindful of our resources, the new Clio also has to be clever about how it delivers what it does. There is a lot in this Clio that's about efficiency. Now, if the small engine wasn't a big clue, they've done other things like include a lighter exhaust system, lighter drive shafts, a whole lot of other things that have shaved 100 kilograms off the weight of the old model. They've even got some active aerodynamics. On some models, there are flaps in front of the radiator that close off to reduce drag and increase fuel efficiency. And the more we drove it, the more we realized the new Clio isn't just about a good design, or just about a decent engine, or just about an interior with good tech. It's also about more than simply delivering a package that gets you from A to B in the most efficient way possible. In their press paperwork, Renault have called this car a lot of things. They've called it efficient, they've called it trendy, they've called it safe, but they have left something out. When redesigning the Clio, they lowered the center of gravity, they made the wheelbase longer and the track wider, and that's given this car surprising grip and composure. Given the right circumstances, the new Clio can also be a lot of fun. It manages to feel solid and well balanced. Our drive took us through a good mix of conditions, including open roads and narrow, twisty lanes, and the Clio always felt good. And with that comes confidence, something that's a big part of any enjoyable drive. If you're into the nuts and bolts of it, this car has been fitted with McPherson front suspension linked to a triangular lower wishbone, a setup that makes for a good balance between sharper handling and good comfort. A rear anti-roll bar also helps with cornering stability. The electrically assisted power steering has been improved as well and is now more direct with better feel. Being a Renault, safety is a huge part of the package. The Clio is fitted with a long list of safety features as standard: electronic stability control, ABS and emergency brake assist, front, side and thorax airbags, anti-submarining seats all round, and an anti-whiplash headrests. There are a lot of figures to reinforce the importance of this segment to the market, not just for Renault, but for any player in the B segment. Since 2005, around 30% of all new cars sold in Europe have been B segment cars. Over the last while, many customers are downsizing from the higher C segment, which means their expectations for a car are higher. Renault have developed the new Clio over 5 million test kilometers, and while the materials don't always fit the role, the build quality feels top class. The new Renault Clio is a brave step into the future, not because it's funny looking or completely outlandish, but because it offers the kind of technology that its competition will have to include if they want to keep up. It's got a small, efficient engine, properly integrated connectivity in a package that doesn't compromise on anything and offers a very enjoyable drive. Our test drive in Italy comes a full 6 months before the new car arrives in South Africa, so pricing and spec are yet to be confirmed, and while it's unlikely that the interior and exterior styling packages will be available locally, the good news is that the R-Link infotainment system will definitely be available as an option.
The new Clio has what it takes on many levels, including the surprising zest of its 3-cylinder turbo engine. Innovation is a welcome overriding theme. Add the head-turning styling and the infotainment system, and the Clio looks set for success, but we'd like to see a diesel included in the mix.